everybody, and welcome back to another cozy Minecraft survival video, episode 17. I'm so excited for today because I am going to be doing some village prepping for the village transformation, and it's going to be a big one. I have a lot of wool to gather, and I have a lot of plans for what I want to build for this giant village that I have envisioned in my imagination. So without further ado, let's get started in today's planning video. First things first, I need to clear my inventory because I have stuff in here from when I was building my moss farm, which it's a semi-working one. I should have read the comments of the YouTube video first, but hey, it does somewhat of a good job, and that's all that matters. I'm going to be building the exterior for this probably in a live stream soon because it's going to take me a while to do that. Or, I mean, I could save it for a video, but I do want the next couple of Minecraft videos be focused on building up the different buildings that I want to add to my village. What I need to do now is actually just reorganize everything back into my chest and then fill my shulker boxes up with all of the wool that I have gathered from my old wool farm. This is going to take a little bit, so I will be right back with you guys. Alright, I have 3 shulker boxes full of wool, and now I'm going to make my way over to the village, and I'm going to try to use my elytra, which I don't use too often because I'm not good at using. I don't know how to... Wait, hold on. How do I... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whoa! This is so cool! Okay, well, I did it. I still have to get used to that, as you can see. So the last time I was here and I talked about village planning, I just put down whatever this is, and it was basically to mark out the middle of the village. This is where I want the town center to be. I want to have stalls in this area, but I kind of want it in a circle, not a square. So I need to circle off this whole thing, and my plan is to have stone pavements over here. I have so much wool. Let me just put these all over, and they're all sorts of different colors, but I kind of want to just use white for now to map out placement areas, and then I'm going to use the other colors for different buildings like town hall or like a butcher shop or trading areas. Let's first go to bed though, because I don't want to deal with things popping up in the night. Sorry, Delon, my bad. I did have this little path here so the villagers can kind of follow, and I started blocking off over here because these villagers would fall down here, and sometimes they still wander off to the side for some reason, so I'm going to have to fully reinforce that while I am going through this whole process. I kind of want to get rid of these houses here because they're kind of in the way. I want to put a giant building here, and it's going to be like town hall basically, but within that, obviously, I'm going to put these librarians in there because I'm probably going to need to do trades with them, but I don't want it to be restrictive. I want to build a town hall where the villagers are able to go in and out of, or have rooms to sleep in. That's sort of my plan with how I want the living situation to go in the center of the town. I'll start chopping down these buildings first just to get them out of the way, and then I'm going to do a bit of terraforming to even out the other areas. And I also need to finally let these guys go, actually, because I got the trades that I needed from them, and a couple of them did turn into witches, I believe, which was very alarming. I didn't know that was a thing in Minecraft. You learn something new every day. Now, what I am doing is just breaking down a lot of this dirt back here because I think it's a good idea that I set some sort of barrier or perimeter of where I want the village to actually end. Now, this town hall, it's going to be right here. Because what I imagine is this is the center. I imagine a fountain here. And around the fountain will be little shops all over. And each of these little pathways will lead to different parts of the village. And I'm going to try to not make this such a huge thing to the point where I will get tired of doing it. But I do want to make it a decent size. I don't want to do a little village remake. I want to do like a small medieval village. That's what I think of. And I do have a Pinterest board of all of my inspirations that I'm currently making of how I want this to look like, from different color palettes to different medieval Minecraft themed builds. Things along those nature is what I will be putting in that. I'll be linking it in the description if you need some medieval inspiration as well for whatever build you're working on. I think leading this little path up to, I feel like that corner right there is a good stopping point. And then I do have to move this nether portal somewhere else. I will be destroying it and putting it elsewhere if I ever want to come to the village. Oh my gosh, that I just realized I forgot that I have a portal here. I also need to take down this house, but I have to first figure out where I'm going to put all the beds that are in there. I actually need to look at some inspo for Minecraft town halls because I need to figure out the color palettes and everything still. And I plan on doing maybe some more village planning in a stream because it'll probably take a long time and more than one episode for me to actually get everything planned out. And I say planning very loosely. It's mostly just having a better idea of where I want things to go. Because all I have so far is the town center, which I could start building on, but I also don't know if I would have enough materials or what woods I want to use. It's most likely going to be like spruce and dark oak or something. Because those are very, those are dark wood colors that I would see in like medieval areas and all of that. So I have to get materials for that. I am a little bit ambitious, so I want things to look how I envision them to be. I feel like this town hall would have little rooms and like a balcony on the second floor. And I would also like to have some rooms in here for the different librarians to be able to just go to sleep whenever they want. Let's go over here. I'm going to start placing some of the random items I have been picking up. And I'm going to start moving the beds that are in here. I'm going to move it over here. There's this really sketchy system right here. These guys will have houses soon. I should build some houses first, but I feel like the center is an important part that I should figure out. Now I'm just going to start demolishing this. I'll start from the top. Next, I will finish up outlining where I want the town hall to go. I dug out a large area and I'm thinking that I kind of want to do an inner garden sort of vibe. If you've watched Game of Thrones, you know that the Red Keep has inner garden part where the nobles are able to walk through the hallways at the bottom, and then there is a second floor where you can also walk and go to different areas. And I kind of want to do that for this town hall. So I put a path through here that will start cutting off into the inner garden. So this is the hallway. It's going to be, I would say, this wide. I wanted to do a little indent here for more depth. I can also just achieve this with adding a window arch over here. So this is one of the halls. And I'm not sure exactly how big I want this to be. So far, it's pretty large. Once I get the building finished, I can put like a garden back here and have it walled off and fenced in and everything. I think for this video, I'll probably just start mapping out this specific area, this part and the village center. I will spend more time doing the rest of it off screen or in a long play. I think a long play would actually be better suited for this sort of thing. And I don't want to bore you too much with the specifics and the details that I have in mind. I think it would be more fun that you guys actually see the type of buildings that I will build, because not only will it be a learning process for me, it'll also be good practice to try out different building designs and methods. Thankfully, the medieval era didn't really have too many intricate things besides their castles, so that's probably going to be the hardest part, is working with the stone and making it super textured and really nice. But other than that, their buildings were pretty simple, like these ones. So I don't have to worry about doing too much in that aspect. Now that I have the path set out for where I want the hallway to go, I'm going to just wrap around this, because these are going to be arched windows, like large windows. They won't have glass in it. Maybe the upper part will have glass, but for the lower part, it's kind of like an open area. I don't even know how I'm going to do the roof. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a headache. I can already think of it. I feel like this is a good size. I don't think I need to do anything more. Okay, let's take one more look at this overhead. And I do like it. I'm contemplating putting this little part on the back side if I plan to do a garden that leads out to the other side of the area. Oh, that also reminds me, I need to take into consideration how wide the rooms will be. Because if this is town hall and everything, I want there to be some rooms. I just thought of it. I could do rooms on the second floor. The second floor could look a little different from the first floor. And I think for where I would have stairs would probably be on this side, leading up to whichever rooms are on the second floor. That would probably work best. But for now, I think I'm going to leave. Oh my god, you scared the heck out of me. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm going to leave it like this because I do like the shape. I really do, and I want to keep it this way. I think I will have to do some building in creative mode just to test out this whole inner garden or balcony area that I'm trying to do, because I haven't practiced creative mode for any of this. So I've also realized this would be a good opportunity to use the schematic mod for the giant build that I have in mind for that area. So I think in the next episode, I will be ready, crossing my fingers that I will have all the materials that I need planned out and everything, and I'll be able to use the schematic mod just to place a blueprint of the giant build, and I can record a little time lapse that way for you. I think it'll be really fun and a lot easier for me personally, just so that I could have less stress while I'm building. The next thing that I want to plan out for this area is the fountain, as the fountain is going to be the center of where all of the training stalls are going to go around. I'm just going to simply shovel out how big the fountain will be, and I will be leaving the link in the description for the fountain I do plan on building for this area if you are curious. I would like to find the center of this, just so that the fountain isn't uneven, but I fear that might be really hard to do. I may or may not change my mind on the design, because there was two designs that I wanted to try out, but I thought were too big. But considering this one is huge, I may just go with the second one. It's just a bit more detailed. I will try to put pictures up on the screen for my inspirations for the fountain, but for now I am going to just leave the area like this. This is where the fountain will go. And I am also going to just start placing the white wool down to pretty much mark out the landmarks. Landmarks as in the main or center areas. So this is the mark for the fountain area, which is where the trading and everything will happen. And I'm not going to put white wool for this because I'm probably going to change the position and sizing of it. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And I think I want to start putting up some wool where I would like to have some stalls, because I think that's pretty easy to have a clear idea on. I do want this area over here to be the farmland. So there's going to be a ton of farm over here. I'm going to move this, and I think I want to knock this down, or I can turn it into a different sort of area. Maybe have some more houses up there, but I do need to fix the terrain on it and add some stairs or something so that the villagers can get up there easier, and for it to also look much better. That would help a lot in that area. I've been avoiding it because of how much dirt I would have to get rid of. So I'm going to have a villager trade over here, and then I would like one kind of at a diagonal, but I don't know how to do those just yet. But I'm going to just place this down anyways, and when it comes time to try to build a diagonal stall, we'll see how that goes. I will just leave it there. Probably try to do another diagonal one. I feel like it's a bit stuffy here, but I think this is a good start. I'm very happy with the progress I am making at the moment, because otherwise I would most likely have a harder time if I didn't plan any of this out. Let's have another trade over here at the center, because I could probably do diagonal streets at the sides. I really want these at the center of the fountain over here. Oh, that also reminds me, should I make this one more block wider? Or is that going to look off? I don't think so. I think this looks fine. I need things to be even. I really do. This is very meticulous, a little tedious if you want to say, but that's just how I like to build. I do like things to be somewhat symmetrical, especially if I'm going to be looking at it for a long time. Not symmetrical, it's probably going to drive me a little crazy. I think I'm going to have to make this fountain a little smaller. So Mr. Fountain's gonna have to go away for a second, because these slanted stalls are going to have to be 3 blocks tall, and right now they're only 2 on the inside, which I need more space for the villagers. And I will figure out the fountain design for the next video, just so that I could at least build it and have something to show for this area. I have to figure out how I want to, I guess, structure this next section of the series, because it's going to be focused on the village transformation with a little bit of adventuring in between. I do want to explore a bastion very, very soon. So that's going to be up on the list as well in between all of this. I'm also going to set myself up for success over here and take out any crafting things that I may need when I'm building, because I'm always making a ton of crafting tables. Alrighty, it feels like I didn't do anything at all, but I did a lot of things at the same time. I'm very excited though for the next couple of videos, and I think I'm going to title this the planning phase / section of this village transformation, because I'm not one to do things in one episode. I feel like that's too much for little old me. So this is definitely going to be a couple of parts of series within the series of my cozy Minecraft survival world. I have so many things that I want to do for this area, and I'm going to be sharing so many of my ideas and plans throughout streams and posting some things in the community Discord. So if you haven't already, definitely join it. The link is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and thank you to my wonderful YouTube channel members. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me a little bit extra, and thank you to everyone watching as always. I will see you guys in the next video, where I will be starting to put some stalls in place of the red wool and making things a little bit prettier. When things come together, it'll be like the best little cinematic piece ever. I can't wait to put that together for you guys. I will see you guys soon. Have a great one. Goodbye.